Africa is a beautiful and diverse continent with a lot of awesome cities and places to visit. While it's home to some of the world's most dangerous countries, Africa also has some of the most safest countries in the world that tourists can visit. Many factors are considered when determining the safety of a country. These include homicide, political instability, terrorism, and natural disaster risk. Bearing this in mind, here are the top 10 safest countries to visit in Africa. If you are new here, welcome. Be sure to press the like button and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on future educative and informative videos regarding the interesting continent of Africa. With that out of the way, let's begin. 10. Lesotho. This little mountainous country is landlocked within South Africa and is one of the safest countries in Africa for travelers. Travelers in Lesotho usually spend most of their time in the rural areas where crime is unusual, making this a destination that will appeal to those looking for safe places to travel in Africa. The relaxed and easy pace of life in Lesotho's countryside makes it a pleasant place to visit. Lesotho can be visited year-round, but the weather is warmer and more pleasant from October to March. 9. Seychelles. An idyllic cluster of biodiverse islands in the Indian Ocean, Seychelles has always been considered a very safe destination for travelers and one of the safest countries in Africa. Seychelles is also the richest country in Africa based on GDP per capita, which means its citizens are less likely to engage in any form of criminal activity. There is little crime experienced by tourists, especially away from the main islands. Most people stay in beach resorts, which vastly decreases the chance of encountering any petty or serious crime. However, be wary of riptides when swimming in the area. Seychelles can be visited year-round. May to September is driest and coolest, and September to November offer the best diving and snorkeling conditions. 8. Mauritius. Mauritius is one of the safest places to visit in Africa. This island nation is perfect for relaxed holidays, where security is of minimal concern. It's a multicultural country where people live, for the most part, peacefully side by side. Families love Mauritius, and the many beach resorts also help nervous travelers to feel safe in this country. Mauritius is one of Africa's wealthiest countries, politically stable and typically very safe for travelers. 7. Rwanda. Rwanda is arguably the safest country in Africa, which is immediately apparent upon arrival in the relaxed and charming capital, Kigali. Although there is a lot of security around the country, this doesn't tend to add tension for travelers, rather the opposite. Safaris and gorilla trekking tours are well managed and mostly safe. Earlier this year, Rwanda was listed as the 6th safest country in the world for solo travelers. June to September is the dry season and the best time to visit, although you can travel to tropical Rwanda at any time. 6. Zambia. Zambia is also one of the safest countries in Africa for tourists and travelers. Travelers in Zambia rarely experience any problems. As with most cities, there is always potential for theft in hubs such as Lusaka and Livingstone, but the vast majority of travelers are unaffected by this, and Zambia is considered one of the safest countries to visit in Africa. Wildlife viewing is best in the country from May to October. Visit Victoria Falls from June to September when the water volume is lower. This allows for better visibility. 5. Namibia. A country of vast deserts, Namibia is popular for epic road trips, stargazing, wild safaris, and adrenaline experiences from skydiving to quad biking around the adventure capital, Swakopmund. The crime rate is low throughout Namibia, and few travelers experience any issues, which makes it ideal for those seeking safe places to travel in Africa. Namibia is also free of serious conflict and is politically stable. The weather is fairly consistent all year round, and there is not as much rain as in other southern African countries. 4. Uganda. Uganda is a popular tourism destination and visitors rarely experience crime, especially because most travelers spend little time in the cities where risk levels are highest. Experienced rangers and often security accompany travelers into the forest to visit the mountain gorillas. Uganda is largely a safe country for travelers, and the usual considerations apply in cities, though during elections or times of protest, it's wise to stay away from the cities. 3. Botswana. Botswana is one of the safest countries for tourists because it's rare for travelers to experience crime in Botswana, in part due to the political stability of the country. Safaris are well managed, and highly experienced guides keep guests safe in potential wildlife encounters. If you decide to visit Botswana, Wildlife viewing in the Okavango Delta and Chobe National Park is best during the months of May to October, and you can witness the zebra migration in the Magandi Pans during the wet season from December to March. 2. Kenya. The Kenyan safari industry is the most established in Africa, and good infrastructure enables travelers to easily get around the country. The country is largely safe for the many visitors it receives each year. Even within cities such as Nairobi, crime is not an issue for most tourists, though of course it pays to be cautious and vigilant. There are travel warnings associated with the Somalian border area on the northern coast because it's easy to avoid these regions. On safari, most risks are associated with wild animals, but with a good guide, these risks are minimal. Wildlife in Kenya is best viewed from June to October when it's dry, and the wild beast migration arrives in the Masai Mara National Reserve around September to October. 1. Tanzania. Due to the sheer number and variety of its animals and the professionalism of its safari industry, Tanzania is one of the best countries for wildlife safaris in Africa. Tanzania is generally safe for travelers and most visits are crime-free. The majority of visitors will be traveling outside the cities, which lessen the risk of crime. Safaris are typically very safe and qualified guides know how to handle wildlife encounters. Most travelers will be flying around the country or in organized transfer vehicles, but self-drivers should be careful of portals and not drive at night. It's a good idea to ensure safari guides and mountain Kilimanjaro hiking operators have a solid, reliable reputation before booking. June to October is the best time for wildlife viewing in Tanzania. So there you have it, explorers, the 10 safest countries in Africa. Which of these countries' safety measures impresses you the most? Don't hesitate to share your thoughts with us in the comment section. Also, don't forget to press the like button and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on future educative and informative videos regarding the interesting continent of Africa. Thanks for watching this one. Catch you in the next.